Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Training with TwT Show. Yes, I know I'm not TwT. I'm sorry. She's still on vacation doing her stuff with her aunts, with her nieces and nephews. She's doing the aunt thing. So she's just taking care of her nieces and nephews. So that's what she's doing right now, especially since her niece is going off to college. So she's making sure she's getting her ready. But I feel very underdressed right now because I have two fantastic women here with me right now in the studio. So let me introduce Alexandra
Hey guys.
and also Portland.
Hello.
So tell me a little bit about yourselves, ladies. Let's start with Alexandra first.
Hi guys, I'm Alexandra Kreines. I've been on here several times. Love training with TwT. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm an old beauty queen, old has-been, but let's bring it up because I have the reigning Miss Everything here. She's a gorgeous Miss United States USA, but I'm a former Miss San Antonio Teen USA 2007 and former Miss San Antonio USA 2013. Long time ago, but I'm very, very proud. I'm also the founder and board director of Halt the Hate, an anti-adult bullying nonprofit, and a mom and a realtor.
She's
Fun
just
stuff.
Check.
Check.
Everything under the sun. Which, guys, if you didn't know this, I'm Portland Tidwell. I am your Miss United USA. And Alexandra and I have become close friends, and I would say partners in crime, or partners fighting against crime.
Yeah.
Against the crimes of adult bullying.
Right,
I mean,
right.
that's what makes sense, right? So she has enlisted me to be the spokesperson of Halt the Hate because I too have personal experiences with adult bullying, and both of us we've kind of teamed up together to create a way for us to move forward with Halt the Hate and create new plans, implement certain things. And I'm really excited to get into that.
Yes.
But and she knows it all. Okay. I'm also a preschool teacher. I'm also a ballerina. I mean, I have my hand in many pots. I don't know what the saying is, but I guess I'm just going to go with that. My hands is in many pots.
So also a princess, and my 3-year-old son.
I do own
He
a
thinks you're
singing princess
Cinderella.
business. Yes.
My son
yes,
thinks
yes.
she's Cinderella, which we're going with it.
Which she's adorable, by the way.
Nice.
I mean, look at her.
I believe last time we had you and Alexandra was when we did a special with some of our constituents who were trying to be local congresswomen or state representatives.
Right.
So that was a great show, and we'll link that up in our show later on, so you can
Yep.
watch that. That was a great show with y'all.
Yeah. So we brought your mother in,
Yeah.
and she was running for District 7, correct?
District 9.
District 9.
Thank
you. We forget, but so important. And we brought a couple candidates into the studio, and we didn't really address politics in the typical kind of way, but it was in a way that how they're facing adult bullying throughout their campaign.
Right.
So it was a really cool segment that we did, and it brought some light on the issue. And so I hope everyone can watch it because I know it's still up there.
For sure.
Yeah.
And Portland, we had you on probably before you went, I believe, to New York.
Right before to Florida, Daytona Beach. Mm-hmm.
And we learned some things about Portland. Trudy and I didn't like the fact that she's an Eagles fan.
I'm an Eagles fan.
But we'll let it slide for now.
But we are approaching football season.
I know. And we will be talking about football, folks. We got our first comment. Let's see. We have Ricky Bobby in the chat.
Ricky Bobby.
It says, good afternoon, friends, and Viva España. And for those who don't know, Ricky Bobby is an avid supporter of Spain football. So when the fact that they won, he was over the moon with that.
Good for him.
That was fantastic. I mean, I love soccer, football, but I was rooting for Spain. It was really, really great to see.
My family
Spain
was
win.
rooting for England. We had the giant flag up and everything.
Well,
It's with my dad's ancestry. We have a lot of English in us, so that's
Okay.
kind of where it stems from. But go Spain.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent.
So I'm going to ask you all some questions. Now, I'm the typical guy. I don't know very much about the pageants. The only two that I actually know is Miss America and Miss Universe, and that's what I see on TV.
Yeah.
That's probably a fraction of what actually goes behind the closed doors, behind the veil, as they say.
Right.
I grew up in the Miss America program.
Really?
I started at the age of 14, and Oh my gosh, they're very militant, very militant. I mean, they would sequester us in these rooms and we would have to share with different girls, which wasn't a horrible thing. But the thing is I could have what I called visitation with my family, right? Conjugal visits.
Yep.
And it was only for like 15 minutes that they would allow me to see my family. So I grew up in the Miss America system. And then from there went on to United States. And then I chose the system that fits best for me, which is beauty, glamour, and service all in one. And that would be the United USA system. So I've been through them all. I competed in the Miss USA system one time, and I feel like it wasn't a perfect fit for me, but I know that you have experience in the USA system. So I don't know if you want to tell any of the viewers about that.
So
but
I started in beauty pageants when I was 7 years old. Of course, not the USA system, because you have to be older for that.
Right.
But you know, I did smaller pageants that, you know, led me up the way to the bigger game, which is the Miss USA system. And I had a great experience. I mean, so many connections and so many just life lessons and skills that I still use today. But here's a fun fact. It took me so long to realize this, Portland. I judged you. I was one of your judges at the Miss San Antonio USA. I think it wasn't teen. That's so crazy. And I just realized
now I want to
that,
see the
like,
scores.
not long ago. And she was fantastic. Beautiful, perfect
I
Barbie.
made top 5.
Yes, you did. Yes,
I
you
need
did.
to see those
Yeah.
scores then. I need to know if Alexandra was a hater or not.
No, never. But yeah, it was Miss US. I mean, it's just really what pageant system fits the girls, but there's a lot that goes into it. I know it looks like it's all beauty and glamour, which a lot of it is, but
So
you don't know
much
what
more.
the work that goes behind it. And
Mhm.
also the mothers and the parents that support their kids, their girls into it. It's like the NFL for, you know, for
Yeah.
you have a daughter in Miss Universe or Miss USA.
There is
it's
a
like,
fun fact. I
yeah.
think you're about to bring it up, and it's you have a more likely chance of your daughter or your son entering the Super Bowl than you
Correct.
do of your daughter entering the Miss America pageant.
So yeah,
Mhm.
but you know, I know all the you know contestants are very appreciative, but the parents really, really go through it and
Yeah.
they invest a lot, and it's hard work for the girls too, and they're asking for sponsorships and they're doing their
Yes.
community service. So guys, it's not all glitz and glamour behind
No.
the scenes.
No,
So that's surprising. So you actually have to go out and find your own sponsors.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
wow.
a good queen. You're gonna go and do that. You're gonna
Mhm.
ask.
Yeah, I
You're
didn't
gonna
know that.
talk to them. Yep.
So that surprised me. So what made you each choose to go into pageantry?
So I chose Miss USA. I think it kind of just chose me because at the time, beauty pageants were not that model-esque looking type of girl. And I've modeled my whole life. And so I said, well, Miss USA, it was more fitting to me because they had the Miss America pageant and it was a little bit different. I kind of meshed more with the USA. So that was really the only major pageant system I tried. And then prior to that, you know, as I was leading up to the USA system, I did Miss Texas Teen with National American Miss, and I won my state. And but I wanted to move forward. I wanted to get to Miss USA.
National American
and
Miss
so,
is very competitive.
yeah.
If
so
any
I
of you don't
won
know,
Texas,
NAM is
yeah.
very competitive.
It was
So that's a big deal.
500 girls. It was a crazy pageant, but it was a great experience. But Miss USA it was a perfect fit for myself and
see,
being on their
I
stage.
think that is something that is different between all pageant girls because the pageant that spoke to me was Miss America. So I was about 14 when I started. I didn't know how to walk in heels. It was insane. I started with some Miss San Antonio Latina pageant and I placed first runner-up, very first pageant ever, won best interview. And then someone approached me and said, I think you would be great in the Miss America organization. And I stayed there for a good couple of years and I won the San Antonio title, Bexar County. I mean, I did all these different things. And fun fact, I was the very last girl to go on stage and do the swimsuit portion of the Miss America competition until they got rid of it. So I was the very last class to do that at Miss Texas. Yeah. And then after that, I slowly moved on to the more glitz and glamour side of it. Miss America is very scholarship based and community service based. So that's something that I aim to achieve. And of course, USA has a whole bunch of opportunities. But for me, when I tried Miss USA, I feel like it didn't align with me. But for every pageant girl, it's different. That's not me downing the system. That's me saying, well, this is a good fit this one wasn't.
Right.
So for Alexandra, of course, look at her. She's a model and she's tall and she's gorgeous. So that fits
Thank
for
you.
USA, right? That fits the profile. For Miss America, I think it's more so how you speak to people. It's the well-roundedness, but of course they look for that in USA
Right.
too. So it's
just
a
really
mixture of
who
a whole
fits.
bunch of
Yeah.
things.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mixture of a whole bunch
Yep.
of things.
Yeah, because USA, I mean, they don't really advertise as much
Right.
this, community service aspect, but community service is a huge thing
Mhm.
in that pageant system. You have to have your platform. You have to have something you believe in to talk about, number one, but to show that you are working towards, aside from winning the crown.
Right.
So yeah, it's just really what fits. So we got to see
Mhm.
what pageant system TwT will fit in.
We have one comment. We have Embracing Life with Shy from YouTube saying, "Good afternoon, Portland. Had to come watch between my next salon client, Mrs. San Antonio Petite."
Yes, hi Shy. Yeah. This is a fun fact. I don't know if anyone knows this, but I actually started my own pageant coaching business.
I love that.
Yes,
I
it's
love that.
called Crowned by Portland, and I'm just starting it.
Yeah.
I think I have the capability to create winners. I
Yeah.
know that for a fact because I had a great mentor growing up, Melissa. If you're watching, thank you, because without her, she's like the Abby Miller of pageantry, and
Yeah.
she knows it. She's done a fantastic job. But I know Shy has reached out to me for those walking lessons, and Shy, yes, I've already said multiple times, we're going to do it. You're going to be a winner. I believe in you. So I know for a fact that you and I are going to work together and we're going to make history.
It's always awesome when you can give back. So
Yes.
speaking of pageant coaching, I started doing that on the side years ago. Didn't advertise it, but I started doing it not because, of this or that, but it was because I wanted to give back in my way
And
to
share your
girls.
insight.
Right.
Mhm.
But, so many people helped me along the way, whether if it was in pageantry or the modeling industry, that helped me. So it was my way of putting it forward and giving back to girls that, that could use my help and get some insight. And it's honestly such a rewarding experience coaching girls and
Yes.
watching them grow. I love it. So I know you're going to do fantastic.
Thank you.
And you're a perfect coach.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, you heard it here first.
So,
Now contact me.
Portland, you said something. You said you're helping young ladies you're coaching them into the interview portions. How did you each do with your first time doing the interview portion in your pageant?
I won interview my very first pageant and I had no idea what I was doing. And I think a lot of that just came from speaking from the heart. As cliche as that sounds, a lot of women can kind of sound like pageant patties is what we call it, like kind of that cookie cutter pageant queen where they want the judge to hear this answer that's over rehearsed or it's heard way too much. And it just somehow makes them think, okay, well, this fits what they're probably looking to hear when that's not the case at all. So interview with that, you either win or lose the pageant.
Yeah.
Interview tells the judges who you are and what you look like and how you are behind closed doors. A lot of people don't know that interview starts as soon as you enter. Some people will walk in, they'll have their shoulders hunched and they'll be like this. And then time and they're, oh, okay.
No.
So that sounds like a whole act, right?
Yeah.
That's entirely different. So I do help with the interview portion because I've won interviews several times, even at national pageants. But then I also help with walks as well and helping people find their signature walk. Some people have that sultry walk. I'm sure Alexandra understands the different walks. Some people have that bouncy one. I'm someone who has a very bouncy walk. Now I've been told that it's too bouncy for a miss, but that's my signature walk. And obviously it's good because I wouldn't be dressed like this.
It works. You walked the walk and got the crown. It works.
Exactly.
It's been working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So interview was a secret favorite of mine. It was always the most stressful, but honestly, the moment I got into the interview room, and Portland's right, they judge you the minute you walk in before that timer goes off. You have a short amount of time to get those judges to know you and to pick you. So any type of question they would ask, no matter how difficult, or sometimes they would touch on the political side of it. It was, my way of answering was to answer the question, but have them learn something about me each time I answer the question. Rather, if it was a straight up question that had nothing to do with me, I would answer it, but turn it around and make it relevant to me and tell them so they can learn a little bit about me and feel comfortable choosing me. But I loved interview secretly.
Me too. And a lot of pageant contestants don't know that in interview, you are in control. It is a conversation. So you can steer that interview any way you want. I use the 3 methods. So They'll ask you a question. 1, what do I want to get across?
Mhm.
2, what is all the information they can use? 3, how can I turn this into, now let's talk about my platform.
Yep.
So you can kind of phrase it in
Mhm.
any way you want. Of course, they don't want to hear rambling, but you can take those tips and you can kind of move them forward.
Exactly.
And if
Yep.
you want a consultation, it is $50 for the first consultation.
Everyone, I think we should be charging for this because everybody is going to
I
get,
know, I already just,
all the viewers are going to
gave
get
myself a
some
sponsorship.
pageant coaching, whether they're in the pageant world or not.
Well, I'll ask one more question, and it's going to probably be a cliche one, and
Yeah.
then we'll go to commercial. I'm sure many people have asked you, how heavy is the crown?
heavy.
Oh my gosh.
Girl, it's heavy.
Honestly, I haven't seen this crown in person yet.
So
I
this
need to
crown
hold it.
was made in Brazil, and it was a couple
I gotta do the
grand.
blessings on it, the Hail Marys.
And
Oh
then,
my.
you break it, you buy it. That was in my
It's
contract.
really heavy.
It is. But here's what's cool. And a lot of pageant crowns don't do this. Some of them are like headbands, but this is kind of like a necklace. I don't know if you guys can see that little crab claw there, but you can adjust
they
it
really,
to your head.
They've really come a long way with crowns since my
Yeah.
day.
And with the United USA system, all of these represent the different women of the sisterhood because
Oh,
we
that's
have
so
Little Miss,
cool.
we have preteen Miss, junior teen, we have teen.
Oh, I
So
love that.
all of these represent the different women that we have.
Can
in
I
a
be this
sisterhood.
little one right here?
Yeah.
It's not little. It's,
Girl,
it's
you
a
can be
good-
the whole crown. You can be the whole crown.
you are the whole crown. Hello. But this is amazing. This is like, you need some like,
You can feel how
Neck
heavy it is,
strength.
right?
like you have to like,
I
do you do
know.
exercises to wear this? Elsie?
Luckily, I'm a ballerina, so I kind of know how to
Look at
balance.
this. It's like bigger than my face, and I have a big face. This is cool.
She's like, I'm a big head.
I have a big face. I have a little head but a big face. I don't know. It's very unproportionate, but it works.
Alexandra's adorable. She's being too humble.
So we're going to take a quick little break.
Okay.
Then we'll come back with some more questions.
Yeah.
All
Got
right.
broken jewelry, old coins, or silver sitting in a drawer gathering dust? Turn it into cash today at Nacogdoches Gold and Silver Exchange. We're family owned and trusted, buying and selling gold, silver, bullions, and rare coins. No hidden back rooms. We test and weigh everything right in front of you, ensuring you get honest top dollar payouts. Stop by today at 13323 Nacogdoches Road, just down from O'Connor. That's Nacogdoches Gold and Silver. Step into a world of fresh color and natural beauty at Brianna's Boutique. From vibrant hand-tied bouquets to elegant custom arrangements, we bring the breathtaking beauty of the garden straight to you. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, brightening your home, or sending a message of love, our fresh seasonal blooms are perfect for every moment. Experience the magic of flowers today. Visit Brianna's Boutique or order online.
We're back.
Hey guys, we're back with
Hola.
Trending with Trudy. While Trudy is out with her niece and her auntie duties, and I'm here
Mhm.
with Portland Tidwell.
Hello again. So we've had a lot of discussion about pageantry. But
Yeah.
I think
We should turn it.
the reason that we're on Trending with Trudy is to talk about trending topics. So, Alexandra, I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
The World Cup. Now, my family was sitting there. We
Oh
were
my
rooting for England the entire time. That has to do with my father's ancestry. I have a lot of English in me and a lot of Spain in me, which is really funny since those two were both combating together. But we had the English flags outside the house. We had kids from Kerrville coming in, my brother's friends, and they had
That's
their
awesome.
faces all painted.
Are
with
you
the English
serious?
flag. Yes,
Did
it
y'all
was
watch
that
it at
serious.
home or did y'all go somewhere?
Yes, we did. And my
Your face
father,
painted on all
my
this.
father, God bless his heart, he came out yelling, "Score goal!"
It's
Like,
dedication.
yes, outside. So that was a very fun experience.
Yeah.
So Alexandra, I'm going to ask you. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know what team you were supporting or where you were in that.
I
time.
honestly, throughout all of the World Cup, I was just watching it, enjoying it.
Yeah.
I like to, enjoy watching soccer. My dad, I swear he could have been a professional soccer player. My dad was born in Tehran in Iran, so soccer is huge over there. So I think it's kind of in me now. I could never play it, but I enjoy watching
could
it.
I.
But what's wild is that this is like the first time the World Cup has been like constant discussion in
Yeah.
the US.
Yeah.
Constantly. Like I don't, 4 years ago, I don't really remember anybody really discussing the World Cup as much as they have now. I don't know if that's because this is the first time it's been in the US. Correct me, has it been in the US before? It has, right?
I'll check.
I have to look.
He's like, I'm going to do a quick Google
But,
search.
this has been a topic across the country, just a consistent topic. And I love that soccer's coming to the US. it's clearly shown that we have a lot of
Mhm.
soccer fans and people, I think it's in one of the top 3 sports.
And is it okay if I just first of all, soccer players amaze me. They are lean, but they are so muscular. It reminds me of the ballerina body. It really does.
They are fine.
But yes, well, I have a boyfriend, but yes.
Some
But-
water. Hold on. Let me get the water.
It was so funny. So we were watching one of the games. I cannot remember. And my husband and I went to my parents' house and had dinner. And they
Mhm.
turned on the game. Don't even ask me what teams were playing. I don't remember. But my mom goes. She looks at me. She goes, "Mija, these soccer players are all hot." I go, "Yeah, I know, Mom. They're super fun." But they are. They're in like the best shape. I mean, a lot of them are really young, but
What's
they're
that
still
lean,
like,
muscular build? It's different from when you see a football player,
They're
which
like
we'll talk
big
about
and-
in a little bit. We're going to talk about football in a little bit because I got some thoughts on that.
You're gonna have to
But
coach me on all that football.
I
stuff.
have to talk about the halftime performance. Now, I know there's been a lot of scrutiny, especially on TikTok and things like that, of a lot of people that weren't fans of Justin Bieber's performance. But I'm going to be, and I'm not, maybe I'm biased because I'm a believer myself. I have been since I was little. Bieber fever, it hit me at a very young age.
It was like your era.
I
How old are you,
think-
Portland?
Well, I'm 26.
Okay, so that was
my man growing up.
that was your man.
He's
Yeah,
still
I
my
was
man. He
Hanson.
just
That's how
doesn't
old
know
I
it.
am.
Okay, well, everything hallelujah. I think that was a beautiful song, especially for our nation right now and for the country,
Yeah.
all these different countries. To be united together under one specific thing. I know people think the song wasn't hype enough, but I think we made the right person famous and had Justin singing the perfect song.
Yeah.
That's my honest opinion.
Yeah.
He could have chosen any other song. We know Justin Bieber has crazy amount of
Right.
record hits, but I think Everything Hallelujah was such a perfect pick. And I know you want to talk about Shakira because she
well,
got your hips
so
moving, then hips don't lie.
honestly, I had left the room. I missed the first couple performances. I missed Madonna. I mean, I went back and watched it, but I missed Madonna. And I turned it on right when Justin Bieber was starting. And, I love the guy. His voice is fantastic. And you're right. It's what our country needs.
Mhm.
And I agree. It was a little like you're going in from slow pace to kind of, and then quick, with the Shakira performance and everything. But it was beautiful. But Shakira, those hips don't lie. My gosh. And it was,
And neither does Alexandra.
I wish my hips.
So
moved
that's a
like that.
stellar review.
But what's crazy is that Shakira is like, she's the queen of the World Cup.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
That's not her first time being there. And her song, if anybody's looked it up, that Die Die song, she speaks in, hold on, I'm going to get it all right. She speaks, Die Die is Italian.
Yeah.
And then Iku is Japanese, Dale is Spanish, and then
Mhm.
Alez is French. And then she says it in English. So it was very international. And so she made her song so just worldwide, and all she got kids from Uganda to go
Yeah.
and dance with her, which
Yeah.
is fantastic. And then also her ex-boyfriend of 10 years, former soccer player, he was in the audience.
Ooh.
What a good payback, man. What a, like, hey, look at me, you messed this up. That was fantastic. But yeah, Shakira was just, I've been following the whole.
It kind of reminded me when I was little in that one song that she sang.
Yeah, that was a FIFA World Cup.
Now that one we still listen to this very day. I have a lot of kids in elementary school that
Really?
were with me, and we would
Love
listen to
that.
it and just sing it out of nowhere. But that again, Shakira delivered that exact same type of performance, that high energy, upbeat performance.
Did you see Madonna?
I didn't get to. I didn't get to.
We got some comments.
Oh, okay.
We got George Bravo saying hi there. He just wanted to stop by and support the show by tuning in. And then we got
Thank you.
Alma Dominguez saying hi, lovely ladies.
Well,
Hi.
hello. Thank you guys for tuning in.
The last time we hosted the World Cup was in 1994.
That's right.
It was
Yeah.
in California in the Rose
I
Bowl.
remember. I was 4.
And then Shakira's 49 right now.
She is.
And she doesn't look it.
And I see her in concert every time she comes. And then I have to just blow a ton of money and go right as close to the stage as I possibly humanly
The
can.
last concert I saw
But-
was Morrissey from the Smiths. Okay.
She has no wrinkles. Like Shakira she's an alien. Like she literally does not wrinkle. She's so humble. Down
Could
to
be
earth.
that
I
she's
mean,
Colombian.
that too. Well, she's Middle Eastern too. She's Lebanese as well.
Okay, well then, she's got all the cards working in her favor.
Hey, you got the Latin and you got the Middle Eastern card. You ain't gonna crack. And I'm hoping that works for me too, because I am too.
We've got George Bravo saying, I felt she had the same impact Bad Bunny had on the Super Bowl this year.
Oh
yeah. Okay.
That was epic.
Well, we're talking the Super Bowl. Now, I'm a big Eagles fan. I don't know if you guys know that, but I'm going to say it out loud and proud. I was actually at the Philadelphia parade for their Victory Bowl.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I was only a couple feet away from Jalen Hurts.
Show right now.
I was like, what happened? Is there a fire?
I was like,
Why is
that's
the
my
show turning
husband.
off?
He doesn't know that yet. I was so close to him. And can I just say, I loved Kendrick Lamar's performance, They Not Like Us. And they were blasting that in the streets of Philly.
So
And it was
gangster. I loved it.
amazing. It was so good to be there in that victory session and be with my people. I'm stuck in Texas. There's Cowboys fans everywhere. Someone help me, So it's being in there in Philly. I was like, oh, I'm at home. I got the Philly cheesesteaks. I mean, I got people all in green. They're sitting on lampposts and traffic lights. I was like, this is my home. So football is just around the corner. And unfortunately, we did just trade AJ Brown, which is a minor loss. But the Eagles fans know that we have to trust that Rosie has a great plan for us, right? So with football season just around the corner, I think we're going to be just fine. I think the Eagles are going to play brilliantly again this year. Personally, I think we need to do less of the tush pushes. Now, I don't know if you're informed on football like that, but
I'm
I
here
agree with the less tush pushes. I agree with the less tush push.
I'm just thinking, okay, who's going to be like playing at the who's performing at the Super Bowl? That's me. I love
She's
soccer,
like, I just want the
basketball.
performance.
You talking about Spurs all day long. I can do that. But I'm like, oh man, I hope next year the next 4 years we have a halftime show again. Like that's what I'm thinking. And then, of course, who's going to be playing at the halftime show?
So I just looked at right now for 2027. They have no front runner right now, the headliner, but they have speculations for being Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift, which I doubt she'll do it because
I love Miley.
She doesn't need to do
Miley
that.
too.
Carter B are right
Cardi
now
B is awesome.
the top 3 that they have listed.
It's going to be really hard to top Bad Bunny. I mean, that was epic. And Kendrick Lamar was a whole other level of like in your face.
Well, and then we also had Green Day too, which
when was that? When was
it was
Green Day?
pretty
Remember?
recent. That was pretty
They're
recent.
cool, but
I'm a punk rock fan. Okay. And Green Day ate that up.
where's punk rocker over here?
I wish they had more time to say all the punk things that they're allowed to say, but I don't think they did. They were just an opener.
Yeah, they just opened.
So who are your top teams for football? Like aside from the Eagles, like who do y'all predict that are gonna?
No one.
Nobody. Nobody aside the Eagles.
Maybe
Sorry.
Seahawks should technically, but since they won, but
Yeah.
that hasn't been true for the past 3 years, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all have
That's
to
true.
coach me with all this because I've never been a football. I mean,
We have a beautiful lineup of men.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch.
Yeah.
Oh, you pulled my finger. Oh,
I'm like,
man.
take a look at Cooper DeJean and take a look at Jalen Hurts.
I'm like,
Girl,
Cooper
you
Bradley,
will be
Cooper who?
converted.
So 49 days till regular season starts for football.
Okay.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
NFL. And then if you like college football, it's 45 days.
My husband does. He likes all of that, and I have to watch it.
So does my dad. There's gonna be a lot of yelling in the
So
house.
every Saturday it's booked up.
My 3-year-old's like, Daddy, I don't want to watch football. And I'm like, yeah, tell him again. But I will watch it for you guys so I get some more knowledge and education on football.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with our group because
Yeah.
Ricky Bobby, who's one of our other co-hosts,
Oh, yeah. I know Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
he's a Redskins.
Yeah.
Oh, Skins, my dad.
Maybe-
he grew up
but
in
let's see
Washington.
who-
He's a Skins fan.
Yeah,
He still calls them the Skins. He refuses to call them the Commanders.
same.
Yeah.
All this stuff has Redskins on it.
We should see who can sway me into like being a team supporter because I honestly can't even remember who my husband supports, whatever. But let's see like who can like kind of convince me
I got
who's
a
gonna
lot of
who I'm
Eagles
gonna-
sweatshirts. The colors are gorgeous.
She's
You
she's
would look
bribing
great
me
in
with merch.
green. She'd look great in green. You know?
Bribing me with merch.
Let's see.
We'll
George,
see.
George Bravo said, laugh out loud. I bet it felt like home being there when he went to Philly.
Yes.
My husband was born in Philadelphia.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Why is
Yep.
he not an Eagles fan?
Ask him. I don't know. I mean, he's I guess
Go
he says he's
Birds!
a Texan, but I'm like, bro, you weren't born in Texas. He was raised in Houston, but Yeah, he's from technically Philly. He was born there. So yeah.
No, it did feel like home, though. You're
He loves
absolutely right,
Philly.
George. It felt like home. Being away from Texas, where everyone's screaming about the Cowboys, no, it felt exactly like home. And you know, there's this classic thing that they do in Philadelphia. Even though the mayor begs them not to do it, they sit on these street lights and these traffic lights, and it's just kind of destruction, but in the perfect way. It's chaos, and I love it. So I propped myself up to sit on this construction sign, and I was propped real high up, and I had all these people walk by, go, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful." And I was like,
You're like,
I have a boyfriend, also go Birds. And it would just be a cacophony, like an echo of go Birds, go Birds, go Birds. And you could hear it echoing. It's like a call. It's like a mating call.
That's right. You know what? You and my husband did discuss the Philly.
We did.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
completely like slipped my mind.
Mhm.
That's awesome. I don't know. Maybe I'll be an Eagles fan. Who knows? We'll see next show where football starts.
And I'll get another
I
one.
promise I'll watch.
We got some more comments. It says George Bravo said it would have been nice if they had more time on the show. I'm thinking Green Day.
Yeah, no, I
So
agree.
short.
I agree. Green Day, I think
Always
they
so
only
short.
played American Idiot, Boulevard of Broken Dreams,
That's a
and
good
then Time of Your Life, which, yes. And in our current political climate, yes. I think everything kind of meshed together well. I would have preferred that they had a longer show, though. But that's me. I grew up a Green Day fan because I have an awesome
never
older
wanted them to
sister
stop
who used to
playing.
be very like emo. So I collected all of her CDs when she moved out, and then that kind of
Yeah,
raised me.
yeah.
So Green Day, amazing. And can we talk about how amazing Billy Joel looks for his age? That
Yeah.
man is not aging. I don't know what's
Another
going
one.
on.
That's another one.
I know he won't age. I don't know what's going on. He looked amazing. He sounded amazing. Green Day, only 3-man band that I can think of.
Yeah.
I mean, that's rare. So Green Day's still kicking it. They're still doing it strong, and then they're still punk, and I love that. That is the core
was
of
pretty
who Green
cool.
Day is.
Yeah, boy
Mhm.
bands takes it back for
100%.
me, of course.
Now, I want to
Yeah.
ask though, Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
I was obsessed with Backstreet Boys. NSYNC. I was a little young for NSYNC. I guess it was more like my sister. She's 5.5 years older than me. It was kind of more her thing. But I became an NSYNC fan.
So I was really
as I got a
little when I
bit older.
discovered them, and I decided I was a Nick Carter girl. Who were you? Was it Lance?
Well, okay. Look, I loved them. I loved Kevin.
Oh my god!
But I mean, like I said earlier, my era was Hanson. And I was in love with Zach. If anyone remembers that, that was my thing. But you know, it's not a boy band, but you talk about male artist, Ricky Martin would be here. Come on. And I don't care if he's on the other team. Literally, I don't care. He's gorgeous. And
Menudo.
Menudo.
You remember that?
Menudo.
But I remember my sister and I, my mom, back when things were a little bit different and you could, drop off your kid. My sister was a little bit older, but my mom let my sister and I go to the Ricky Martin concert. I think it was at the Alamo Dome back in the 90s. And we had really, really good seats. And Ricky Martin was wearing these leather pants and he was shaking it so hard. He ripped his pants. And my sister and I looked at each other and we were like,
This is what I
this is
paid
before
for.
he came out. But it was just Ricky Martin, Hanson, and I, of course, Backstreet Boys. That was one of the songs, Backstreet Boys songs my dad wanted to dance to at our wedding. It was awesome.
I love that.
It was awesome. But yeah,
Love,
it's all
love,
good
love,
old
love that.
memories. So I'm looking forward to
Now, speaking of Ricky Martin, I'm
Yeah.
going to quickly pivot this.
yeah.
There's a lot of artists who have been getting biopics. Now, the main artist, the king of pop, the absolute
Who's your king of pop?
essence.
Who?
Michael Jackson.
Oh, of course. Of
Hee
course. Rest in
hee.
peace.
Now, his biopic, we're going to talk movies. We're going to switch and pivot that because this year, 2026, has been insane for movies. And I know there's a
Mhm.
lot of people out here that have gone to the movies so many times. And thank God. I think this year is honestly the year for horror movies. I can speak on that
I
because
love horror
I'm a
movies.
personal friend of James Wan. He directed the Saw movies, Conjuring, Insidious, Megan, Dead Silence. I mean, all these fantastic movies, and he's just a doll.
Mhm.
On top of that, we've had discussions, and I think Obsession, well, I know Obsession is actually the top grossing film with the smallest budget. Now, that is a
pretty
huge deal.
awesome.
And the director of Obsession, Curry Barker, he's only 25 years old. So I'm a year older than him.
Wow.
The director of Backrooms, which is the second most popular movie this year, he's just turned 20. just
Wow.
turned 20. Kane Parsons is technically a baby. In
Wow.
my mind, that's a baby. So all these horror movies that are coming out, and of course the Odyssey, we have sci-fi, right? We have Project Hail Mary. There's so many different movies that are out right now. And then Michael, the numbers that it did, and Jafar Jackson playing a perfect job of portraying his uncle, that was so beautiful to see. I admit I went to see Obsession about 3 times in the theater.
Really?
I couldn't help myself. I love the concept.
Yeah.
I love everything about it. I'm still waiting to watch Evil Dead Burn. I don't know if you've been to the movies recently, but there's a lot of good ones.
The last
out
time I
there.
went to the movies to see Toy Story 5, I have a 3-year-old.
That one too. I forgot Toy Story 5.
So, but yeah. So, what does everybody think about Odyssey and its filming format? I mean, does anybody have any insight on that? I mean, what I understand is that to have that format in our theaters, the cost of production is way higher.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if this is going to catch on trend. I mean, really, the United States is kind of far behind, but is this going to catch on trend, or are all these theaters going to adjust and to go through that level of production and renovations to fit that
I
format?
don't know about
It's
that.
really crazy.
I don't know, but I know that they have an amazing cast. I'm going to wait till it comes out on streaming because it
Me
is
too.
almost 3 hours. Now, nobody get mad at me when I say that, but Ari Aster, another favorite director of mine, he did Beau is Afraid with Joaquin Phoenix, and that was a 3-hour movie. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to sit through a 3-hour movie in the theater. So I waited till I got home.
How many times do you have to
streamed
get up and pee? I have to go.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. And then I get so excited that the movie's about to start, and I'm like, oh, I have to.
I gotta go
I missed
real
a
quick.
huge plot point. So yeah, I'm gonna wait until the Odyssey comes out, and then I think Project Hail Mary is already out on streaming.
everybody
so I'm
usually
gonna
just
watch that?
go into the theaters, or do they wait for it to start streaming?
I
mean, what do you
usually
guys do?
wait, but with the lineup we've had this year, I've been going to the
Yeah.
theaters so
Yeah.
much.
I mean, I was
Some comments?
psyched about Toy Story 5.
Comments.
Let's see. We got George saying we had to leave for a minute, but he's back. The Odyssey looks good.
Mm-hmm.
He said he started watching it yesterday, but he didn't get to finish it, but it was good.
Yeah, it's got a
It's like
stellar
3 hours,
cast.
right?
It's a 3-hour movie. It's got a stellar cast. We have Elliot Page, right?
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, Anne Hathaway. We have Mia Goth, who
Did you say Matt Damon?
Matt
He's in it
Damon.
too.
Now this is off topic, but Matt Damon kind of his, Good Will
Is he
Hunting
your Ricky
changed my
Martin?
life. Good Will Hunting changed my life. That's all I have to say on Matt Damon. But yeah, there's that. And then we also have some awesome shows this year too. I mean,
Oh,
House of
man.
the Dragon season 3 is on. I don't know if anyone's a
Anybody
fan of
seen
that, but
Cape Town?
I've heard
with
it's really
Javier
good.
Bardem?
I've heard it's really
Oh,
good.
I'm waiting for Friday. It's like, why do they only let out episodes every Friday? It drives me up.
I don't
the
like
wall.
waiting for episodes anymore. I've been spoiled with streaming to where I can binge everything because I finished Ozark in like 2 weeks.
Well,
So
and then
I'm
it
like
comes
at the
out, and
point.
I'm like, ooh, Javier Bardem, he's fantastic, and I'm like, wait, every Friday, but it's a good show. Y'all need to watch it for sure. But yeah, there's a lot of good shows, but I've watched them all. I need something new. I'm
Sorry.
like, yeah.
My mistake. George said he was watching Obsession, but he couldn't finish it.
I
I think my
love
husband was watching
Obsession.
He said
So
Odyssey was good though too.
I would. So
Well, before you do that, let's take a quick break.
We'll see y'all. So we're gonna get
I'm
back
getting
into
off
this.
into it.
Transform your backyard into a personal paradise with Global Custom Pools. Winner of the Pool and Hot Tub Alliance and certified in both pool building and spa operations, they deliver craftsmanship you can trust. Visit globalcustompools.com or call 210-971-0099 to start building the pool of your dreams. Global Custom Pools, where quality meets luxury.
Craving something fresh, vibrant, and absolutely delicious? Satisfy your hunger at Yummy Sushi. From expertly crafted traditional rolls and fresh sashimi to our signature specialty rolls, every dish is made to order using the highest quality ingredients. Whether you're dining in or grabbing your favorite rolls to go, experience the perfect bite tonight. Visit Yummy Sushi today at 300 West Bitters Road.
And we are back.
Hey guys, you missed us. We missed y'all. Who's ready for school? Back to school, fighting that traffic,
As a pre-K teacher, no.
getting school supplies. I am literally that mom that is like, okay, the school offers like a package for school supplies. But me, I'm like, I'm going to go do it myself. I'm going to label it and do
Yeah.
it myself. And literally, like, I have a folder here that I took from one of my son's old school supply stuff from last year
Yeah.
with his name on it. And I said, oh, this is purple for training with Trudy. but it has my son's name on it with the little construction truck. I'm like, okay, but I still need to get school supplies.
Back to school
Do you
shopping.
like? How do you get all your stuff ready for your classes?
Luckily, they have it prepared for us.
Oh, that's
But I think
fantastic.
the biggest challenge when it comes to being a pre-K teacher is when you have the new kids that are starting pre-K.
yeah,
It's going to take them a couple weeks to adjust, so they're going to be crying for a good amount of
Hard,
time, and the parents
yeah.
don't want to let them go, but they're in safe hands, of course. But that's kind of the hard part with starting back to school when you're a
Yeah.
pre-K teacher. Is just these are babies that we're dealing with, and they don't want to be. But they
Yeah,
will eventually
yeah.
once they get adapted and they understand what the surrounding is like and they build up that routine. So that's back to school shopping for me.
I remember like it's so you at that young age, teachers are so impressionable to the kids.
Yes.
And I actually loved my pre-K teacher. Her name was Miss Salazar, and I still remember her
She still
name.
remembers her.
But she was, there was teachers, in grade school and even pre-K that just left us, lasting impression on me. And
Yes.
you make such a big difference to these kids. And I'm
Mhm.
sure they love you.
Yes.
You're not even a teacher of my son, and he adores you. So
I love her son. Her son is adorable, by the way. Adorable. And I do have to add to that though. The children at the preschool that I work at, they call me Miss Tidwell, of course, but a lot of them have also started calling me Miss Glinda.
you are so Miss Glinda. I love it,
because
yeah.
I wear a lot of pink. Today I'm in purple, but pink is usually my signature. But if any of y'all are Wicked fans out there, Ariana Grande plays Glinda the Good, right? And I've been compared to her so many times. I don't see it personally, but the kids do. So when they call me Miss Glinda, it feels so special. And then
Yeah.
plus Glinda is such a nice, ditzy, but fun character. So to know that I have the impact on the kids like
That's
that makes
great.
me feel really, really
love
good
that.
inside. Mm-hmm.
So what's so tell me about this school, this tournament, this volleyball tournament school
Oh.
drive.
So
I want to know about this.
we've been teaming up with Tohono Up Radio for the past, I believe, 3 years since we started the show.
Awesome.
They do a sand volleyball tournament and they do a school supply drive. And I don't know where they drop off the school supplies. I know it's probably low income schools
Right,
where they
right.
need the help.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So they just have they do the sand tournament sideliners. They have a DJ going out there.
Oh, that's so awesome.
If I remember correctly, the entry fee is just bringing school supplies.
That's
Right.
amazing.
So
Yeah.
Ricky, Bobby, and I will be heading out there this afternoon to drop off our
Where-
donation.
love
So where
that.
can you where can anyone, if they want to donate some supplies, or where can they drop them off at?
Sideliners Grill. Let me see if
Put an
It's
address up, and
Sideliners.
what is the deadline for
I
that?
think it's today.
Today. Okay,
Yeah.
everybody, get
Last
it
minute.
together, get some school
let's-
supplies. I actually probably have stuff I can give you guys.
It's over at 15630
Henderson Pass.
Henderson
Okay,
Pass.
it's like 281.
Yeah,
Cool.
Mhm.
it's a nice little bar. They
Yeah.
have a nice, decent sand pit too in the back.
Now, Sandoval, is this a good time to drop a little bombshell? Because in November, I'm going to be presenting for the Tohono Music Awards.
Oh,
Oh.
I did that when I was Miss
Nice.
San Antonio, or teen. I don't remember. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. I want to go.
I just
Right.
found this out a couple days ago, so I was like, okay.
That is so. You're gonna have a blast. It was years ago I did it, and it was fantastic.
And I'm half Mexican, for anyone who's wondering. So I'm not full white. Okay.
Linda
I
will be there
deserve
as
to
a
be
little bit
there.
of Latina.
You can
That's
tell by my
awesome.
attitude.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. But yeah. So last year for the school, during the Kerrville devastations,
What Halt
halt,
the Hate did,
yeah,
yes.
we rallied up a supply drive, and I was like, what is the most efficient way to get this done? So we came up with a general number, $50 for a fully supplied backpack. I got in touch with Kerrville ISD. We did about maybe, I can't remember the exact number. It was 200 backpacks
It's a good
for
amount.
different grade levels, fully supplied.
Mhm.
We had a community day with adults. We all went to Walmart. Walmart was one of the sponsors as well, and we did a group activity. We went shopping for the people that just donated money.
Mhm.
We used the funds and we went shopping, and we came to my house, and we had a huge just gathering of building these backpacks, and we personally dropped them off to Kerrville ISD. It was one of the most amazing feelings, but just so sad. And I know that the devastation is still
Right.
there, and also know that there's also children here in school districts here that need help with their education and with their supplies. So, everybody, if you can, please get out there
Yeah.
and donate. It
And
doesn't matter
speaking
how
of
much or how little.
real quick, because I know we have a comment coming in, but I do want to add that my brother does go to Shriner University. And when that devastation hit, he had some friends in Kerrville that were affected by the devastation. So it does hit very close to home for me. I wasn't with Alexandra when she did that drive. That was a little before we were introduced to each other and we
Right.
decided to work together. But I just want to commend you for doing that because that's an amazing
Thank you.
thing. And
Thank
I know
you.
it helped a lot of people
Did,
because
yeah.
I have a brother who goes to Shriner and I know Kerrville pretty well because of all of his friends. So
Right.
thank you for doing that.
Yeah, of course.
So we got some,
It was amazing. Yeah.
so we got some comments from George.
Yeah.
It says the color, it's a great color on you.
Thank
Just wanted to show support for your movement, Halt the Hate, with all
Thank you.
the hate that we have been in the world
Yep.
these days.
Yep.
Congrats. Try my best to go since I went last year.
Woohoo!
Let's see. I think he said he remembers if it was St. Patrick's Day last year for.
For the
No.
Toronto Music Awards?
For which one?
I'm guessing your book bags.
Oh, no. That so the devastation happened 4th of July
Mhm.
last
Unless it was
year.
something.
Is that what you were talking about?
Oh, St. Patrick's Day weekend downtown by the Riverwalk.
Oh, is that you talking about
It is something
the
different.
Tejano Music
The Music
Awards?
Awards.
Tejano Music
Mhm.
Awards. Is that when it is?
I think so. I'm not 100% certain though.
Huh.
I just know in this year it's going to be in Katy and my sister lives there. So we're going to make
Okay,
like a whole
cool.
weekend out of it.
Guys, it is so hot outside. I mean, I'm just glad this rain is over. I mean, it felt like there was a tsunami. Anyone have it like experience with a tornado? It was right by my house.
We're going to
Felt
get
like I was in the Wizard of Oz. It was
well, I was
crazy.
in ballet and the first tornado was very small. It didn't have a chance to fully form yet.
Yeah.
But it's right next door in the little shopping center. And my ballet instructor was like, "Should we stop?" And I was like, "No. We'll be
Oh my God.
fine."
Well, just
And then the
gonna
next day
dance
is the one that
through
hit
the tornado.
Yeah, so we were just completely oblivious. And I heard the wind of it and I was like, "Did anyone else hear that?" And they were like,
Yeah.
"No." And I'm like, "Okay, I guess we'll just keep dancing, whatever." But we are gonna have some rain. And I think that's because
Again?
of that storm
Yeah.
that's coming in with Big Bertha. My gosh, Bertha just sounds like a
I'm
disaster.
so done with the rain. I mean, it's very cool and cozy to stay at home all day in the rain.
And it's starting in
it's
that
moving-
Gulf.
I love
It's
it, but
gonna
I'm
make its
tired.
way.
I need
Yeah.
to like get out. I want to go swimming. I want to hang out before the summer's over. And
Mhm.
you know, I gotta take my kiddo to school and do real stuff.
And yes, it was a Tejano fanfare.
The
Toronto
Hano
Fanfare,
Fanfare. Okay, now I know what he's talking about. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. But
It feels like so.
so
They
how are
say
you
it's like
keeping
90
cool?
degrees.
You gotta wear. Are you hot in the crown? As I'm hot without.
I'm
Well, I have
like,
my invisible one, but
Well, yes.
when
The
you have to,
crown
like, dress
isn't
up,
as
don't you get super,
bad.
like any appearances.
Well, you just kind of
outside?
pray. Well, yeah, I had one with District 9 Councilwoman Misty Spears. She's a doll. She's very, very sweet. She invited me to sing the national anthem. So I've been doing a lot of 4th of July stuff.
Yeah.
But my God, it's been hot,
So
hot.
hot. Like,
And they say it's about 98 degrees when in reality, it actually feels like it's about 108. And then it'll say feels like 102. And you're like, yeah, no wonder. And it's also because of that humidity that we're getting because
Yeah.
we're expected to get hit by that storm.
hopefully,
Hopefully it won't be as bad.
Right.
Because San Antonio, we can't handle it. That's just the honest to God truth. We
we
don't even have sirens implemented, but now we do. I think that's something that we're working on.
There's
We're working
always
on some
flooding
weather watching
everywhere.
now.
Hopefully, Bertha. Okay, it's gonna come, but hopefully, there's
Bertha sounds like
no-
a name for disaster.
No damage,
Supposed to hit the coast tomorrow.
but let's hope it. Fingers crossed. There's no damage and it cools down San Antonio because it's. I mean, just walking outside from my car today, I'm like, oh, it's too hot. It's way too hot. So. Fingers crossed, Bertha doesn't destroy anything. You know, all your prayers, but let's just say, Bertha, please don't destroy, but cool down,
Like,
San Antonio,
knock
cool
on
down,
wood.
Texas. We need it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, it's typical weather here. It's hot and then it rains.
You never
every
know what's
day.
going to happen next, and
Yep.
that's the beauty of
How does
Texas.
everyone keep the school starting? How does all the parents keep their kids cool? I mean, my son is in summer school and it's mostly outdoor and
Ugh.
it's hot.
That's a
And
great
it's-
question.
Yeah. So anyone has tips on keeping their kiddos cool in the summer.
Or your dogs too. I mean,
And
I
your dogs
was
and
taking
your
my dog
pets.
for a walk yesterday, and I was like, you know what? No, we're not doing this. I picked her up. She's a little teacup chihuahua, and I was like, we're not burning your
It's
paws
too hot.
today, ma'am. We're not burning them today. And that's with all of them. I got a bulldog, I got a shih tzu. They all want to be out there, and then they're out there for 5 seconds. And they're like, never mind, I went back in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I understand you because your poor paws are on the asphalt.
Well, imagine for the
and-
people who have huskies.
Oh my gosh,
I
the
just
poor
think-
things.
I love huskies. I just don't think this is not this is not the climate for them. I mean, then again, you said you have a bulldog. I've got 6 dogs and
Yes.
bulldogs and a Rottweiler, but like my bulldogs go outside and they can be out there for like 5 minutes and they come in and they're just like, oh, I'm like, you were out there 5 minutes.
Mine
They go
likes
into
to
they jump in my
sunbathe.
fountains. And then my long-haired friend, she comes in the house and she looks like, you know, like a I can't think of the name for the never-ending story. So I can't remember its name, but I'm like, Phoebe, what were you doing? And
The dragon or the
It was
I know
the
who
what's
you're
it? Somebody
talking
remember
about.
the white creature?
Because
Never
I've met her
ending
Yeah,
dog
the
and
dragon,
she's
I think it
right.
was.
I remember the name, but they're so hot. And thank God they can't drown. I have a gate around my pool, a pool fence, but
Mhm.
we have a giant fountain, and like she'll come in, and it can be daytime, nighttime, and she'll recruit the others. So they're in my
Oh,
fountain.
Falcor.
Falcor, yes.
And I was thinking of Trehu, but that's a kid.
And your dog
Right,
does look
right.
like
So
Falcor.
the doggies are hot. You know, let them
Yeah.
out, go potty, bring them back in. They're too hot. And if you're walking your dog outside, you know, I know some of these bigger dogs need their walks.
Yeah.
But guys, put protection on their feet. And then if you don't have that, take off your shoes.
right?
Their paws.
Yeah.
Their paws hurt. And put your feet on the asphalt. Put your feet on the
Or-
concrete. See how hot it is.
Doesn't it say they put the back of your palm directly on the
That
concrete?
too.
Yeah.
If it burns you, it's gonna be burned.
It's gonna
Yeah,
burn them.
Yeah,
So
no, I was in socks yesterday. I was getting ready for ballet, and my chihuahua walked out, and I was like, my feet are burning, and I have socks on. So therefore, Judy Lee, you're not going out, and she's like this big, so I just pick her up and take her whenever I want. So can the hawks. So I'm like, you're never going outside.
Right.
No, I'm very
Right.
protective over her. We're very careful with that, especially with the heat.
yeah.
Let's do one more break.
Yep.
And then we're gonna talk about your organization,
All
Sounds
the
good.
hate.
what y'all are doing.
We'll see you guys soon.
Welcome to El Jarro de Arturo, a San Antonio favorite serving authentic Mexican and Tex-Mex flavors since 1975. 50 years of family tradition and fresh, bold taste. You'll find them at 13421 San Pedro Avenue, San Antonio, Texas 78216, where sizzling fajitas, handmade tortillas, and ice-cold margaritas bring friends and families together. From lunch to dinner, every meal feels like a celebration. Come taste the tradition today.
Looking for the perfect blend of Southern charm and modern style? Welcome to Howdy Honey Boutique. We've curated a collection of trend-setting apparel, must-have accessories, and unique finds that make you feel as amazing as you look. From everyday essentials to statement pieces for your next big night out, our friendly team is here to help you style your perfect look. Stop by and see what's new today. You can find us right here in town at 25290B West Interstate 10 Frontage Road. Howdy Honey Boutique, where local style meets everyday confidence.
We're back with Trending with Trudy, and I'm
Yes,
here with
ma'am.
Portland, our beauty queen, our national beauty queen. So we wanted to discuss with you about Halt to Hate. So
Yes.
right here I have Portland. She's one of our spokeswomen
Yes.
for Halt to Hate, and we're super, super proud to have her. I'm going to let Portland explain a little bit about Halt to Hate. I want to hear how she speaks about Halt.
I work very closely with the first responders, and anybody who's followed me throughout the years, you know that, and I still work closely with them. But over time, I think it's okay to kind of change the direction you're going in based on how you change as a person. Now, I just turned 26 in May, but beforehand, I had a group of people that I believed were my friends. And I was kind of exiled from that group because I didn't fit into their clique. Now, what that meant was I wasn't talking badly enough about people. I wasn't getting with the program and listening to the leader and what he had to say. So that was eye-opening because
Right.
we're not in middle school anymore. But
Right.
it taught me adult bullying still happens, and yet it's brushed aside and we're told, oh, it's just jealousy. Oh, it's nothing to worry about. And I know Alexandra has been through this many, many times,
Mhm.
and her bully is very similar to mine. So there's been a lot in that area, and it's been a lot of healing, finding Alexandra, working with Halt the Hate, and then being able to pitch that to the people at the United USA pageant, because a lot of pageant women go through hate, especially even in the own system.
Right.
Now, United USA doesn't stand for that, but I can't speak for other
That's good.
systems
Right.
and the other ladies that go through it. But it is a very difficult journey. But what Halt the Hate does is we provide a lot of resources for victims of adult bullying, and we raise awareness, and we have outreach programs.
Right.
We do a whole bunch of different things. And we also have therapy that's provided. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Halt the Hate is an amazing organization. It helps adults of victims of adult bullying feel seen, heard, and valued, and then know that they are not alone. And I think that is the biggest thing that we can do, is raise awareness and remind you that, hey, there's other people going through this, and this place can now be your safe haven. So I'm grateful that I can be the spokeswoman, and I'm grateful that Alexandra brought me on, especially because of my own experiences and how it's still happening to this day, with the unknown numbers, with the random accounts stalking my stories, and I know Alexandra has a lot of experience with that. And in a day of social media, it's really hard.
Our digital world is insane.
Yeah. It's very hard to just brush it off nowadays.
Right.
Social media has made it very, very difficult to just be like, it's whatever.
So, they associate bullying is always associated with children.
Yeah.
But honestly, for me, I never experienced that as, a child. I mean, maybe there was a girl in the 3rd grade, but hey, I mean, we're friends on Facebook now. So we're cool. It's fine. She grew up. But I mean, I never experienced anything until after I got married.
Yeah.
And when I got pregnant, that's when adult bullying can affect your workplace. It's in domestic relationships. It can be within your family, online, your social circles, and it can be really, really psychologically harmful for you. And it's like, as an adult, we're just like, okay.
And if they have enough
fuel,
if these bullies have enough fuel, because that's what they are, bullies, if they have enough fuel, they will go out of their way to ruin your reputation. And they can do that easily nowadays with social media and AI, our digital age. Yes. And then they can also ruin your reputation, your job, if they feel ever inclined to do so. So there's a lot of things at stake as an adult. Now, as a child, of course, we still stand for victims that are bullied as children. But I think the importance of Halt the Hate is the fact that we're focusing on adults, because it is often overlooked and it's not talked about enough. So my plan as Miss United USA is to hopefully expand Halt the Hate and get it across the country instead of keeping it kind of where it is, because it is still a pretty brand new nonprofit. But my hope is by working with Alexandra that we can expand Halt the Hate. And just by you watching and sharing and saying, hey, here, what can I do? You go to haltthehate.com, you look through your resources, or if you're bullying.org.
Okay. I don't know. I should buy the .com
bullied. If you're being bullied, haltthehate.org is a place that you can go and you can seek out the resources that you need and the resources you think are necessary for you. So even just talking about it, I think that's doing more than enough.
Right. And, we're adult focused, but like Portland said, we don't turn down anybody.
No.
Adults are raising the young generation. I'm raising a 3-year-old, she's a huge role model for her kids. So it's a good overall platform to have for you, because you are the face of your class. These kids are looking up to you, and so I love that Portland's a part of this. And it's such an unspoken issue, and people are, it's embarrassing to talk about it, but we're here to not make you feel comfortable.
Let me ask you this, since now I'm like you both said, it's a very digital world,
right?
I mean, your religion business, everything was online.
Right.
Your pageantry, everything's online.
Everything's online, yep.
What can you tell 12-year-old you, or adults from 12-year-olds to adults? What's give them 5 things they can help them right now deal with the digital world?
Yeah.
Growing up, I never, there's kids, in grade school. I mean, they have social media accounts. I never knew that was coming. I just was so focused on playing outside, doing beauty pageants. I didn't get any of that, but I would tell myself, hang in there. You're going to figure this out, not right away, but hang in there. Probably not going to figure it out until you're married and have a baby, but hang in there and stay strong, and not, you can't worry about what people think. And I think pageantry kind of gives you that state of mind that
helps you develop that thick skin too.
It's not that you don't care what people think, but you're not going to take that to heart.
Well, because you're
so-
being judged by a panel of judges, then by everyone in the
Mhm.
audience, and then
So,
you're also
yeah.
in a competitive
Right.
environment as well.
people have a lot of courage behind a screen. So if I could tell myself that, as a little,
My 12-year-old self would not want to listen. She already knew she was weird. Okay.
We're all-
She-
hey, we're two
She-
weirdos sitting right
She
here. I
had the
love it.
whole bedroom covered in One Direction posters and a whole collage. She had life-size cutouts.
What would you tell yourself about digital, like
Oh
social
my
media?
gosh.
Watch out.
Okay, so she wouldn't expect to be friends with YouTubers that she was obsessed with growing up. That's insane. She wouldn't expect to be friends with the director of the Saw movies and Insidious
you
and The
explain
Conjuring.
YouTube?
I mean, I don't even. Well, she was already on
Wait,
YouTube, girl. She was on YouTube and she had
Oh,
way too
I
much
forget
internet
our age
access.
difference. Oh my god!
I was born in 2000. It was when the Backstreet Boys
Oh
came
my
out their
God,
Millennium
my-
album.
My age.
Yeah, so I don't think she would have expected anything that came
Yeah.
her way. Remember, she had glasses. Okay, she was obsessed with One Direction. She wanted to move to the UK. She was a whole different. She was on a different world,
Right.
different planet. But
How would you handle bullies?
I think what I would tell her would probably be not to brush it off, because that is the
No.
worst thing you can say to somebody, especially someone who, like me, I have an anxiety disorder. That's like someone telling you calm down when you're having a panic attack. No, it doesn't
No,
work. It's
no.
not effective.
Right.
What I would tell her is, yes, it hurts. Yes,
Of course. It's okay
painful.
to feel.
But your mom was right there. Okay. Now, my mom has always been the one that has consoled me and comforted me. And I think taking a break from social media,
Is so
it's so
healthy.
hard to do, especially when you're a content creator like myself. I have, 205,000 on TikTok. I have 1,300 on Instagram. And it's hard to take a break from social media when you are a content creator and we have responsibilities like this.
mhm.
But at the same time, it is very healthy. And if that is all you're doing, the first thing you do, you wake up, you look at your phone, you check Instagram, you check Facebook.
You start doing
That's detrimental
Anyone know how
to your
doom
health,
scroll?
So I think I would advise her to just limit your screen time.
Yeah.
As dumb as that sounds,
No,
I mean, that's
it's
the best
not.
advice I could think of at the top of my head.
Honestly, when I go on trips, I don't even open social media. You'll see me posting like randomly and be like, I just saw her. How is she in this? I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
post. I stay off my phone. I usually take Sundays off of my phone. I pick one day out of the weekend. Lately, it's
good
been
plan.
Sundays, but just to turn off the screen, turn off the noise, turn off the screen, and just kind of like recenter yourself. I think that's so important. And you're right. Like, there's things on social media that are terrible, and people have
Yeah.
so much courage. Yeah, it's okay to feel, but it gets to the point where you can't ignore all of it. If it gets dangerous, you have to speak up.
Exactly.
So social media is crazy. So just tell me yourself, like, hey, hang in there. You got this. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Which is very hard for a stubborn 12-year-old to hear, but
hey, I'm a
especially
tourist, so
so
I
am
know.
I,
See?
especially when she's blasting Screamo music. I mean, I don't know. I was very weird at 12, 13. I was
Right.
listening to Screamo, going to Warped Tour, and then also I was a big fan of One Direction. I mean, you didn't know which way I was headed next. I would ask my parents too. They'd be like asking Alexandra playing in my bedroom, or like Bring the Horizon, following a reverse. And I'm like,
right.
y'all heard this blasting and y'all never thought, let's go check on Portland. And they're like, no, we knew it was a phase. And I'm like, but it's not, because I still listen to it today,
Did
But
you
it's
ever
just
a
so funny
goth
to me.
phase?
Yes. No, not goth,
My mom
but
would've
scene/emo. And I was in a private school. So the only time I had the ability to dress like that
Your
was when I was
mother
going to a
probably like,
concert.
oh
Oh my gosh. And I had the eyeshadow. I looked like the Grudge. Okay. And then I would tease my hair. I had the fringe. I was like, okay, here we go.
you go
We're
to Claire's
killing
and get
it.
those little like black like earrings. But guys, no, real talk. So y'all, and that's real, because that's real life. That's hilarious. And I feel bad for your mom, but she hung in there. Look what she made. Look what
The
she
differences
Look.
start.
But guys, so we do have Halt to Hate has a support group, and we
Yes.
post a lot of positive things, inspiring things, and we post news about updates for events, support groups, and actually, Portland, I've been thinking about starting a book club. I was inspired by
wonderful.
a recent book. I'm still getting through it, but it's about it's like a self-improvement book. But
Mhm.
I think Halt should start a book club
Yeah.
that is about self-improvement and
different
just
self-help
overall-
books to
self-help.
recommend.
Yeah. So mental health. So if anybody's interested, y'all join our support group.
Yeah.
We have a Facebook page, Instagram page at Halt to Hate, and y'all just, connect with us and follow us for like new events, and new
'Cause
things
we're
we
always
get
doing
together.
something.
Our brains are always, it never shuts off. So
Mhm.
yeah, make sure you connect with Halt.
We got one comment. It
Yep.
says that anxiety
is what PTSD for military veterans is every day.
Yep.
We prepare and get ready for battle
Mm-hmm.
or pageant,
Right.
but you got this.
Yeah.
That's from Derek Brown.
Thank you, Derek.
It's
No,
a real
yeah,
thing,
that anxiety, it is crippling. And I was diagnosed at 12, funnily enough, with anxiety. And then as I got older, that turned into OCD and then mild PTSD. So luckily, we're working that all out. And it's an accumulation of so many different things. Of course, I wasn't on an actual battlefield. And thank you for your service, Derek. But no, yeah, that anxiety, it can be crippling. But I think that's also, he just reminded me, that's also something I would tell my younger self, is that your anxiety is not the way this is going to pan out. Those are the thoughts your brain is feeding you. That doesn't mean it's actually going to happen.
Right.
So try and pay attention to the things that are real and that you're feeling now, but then also remember that sometimes your brain can lie to you and it can make up a whole bunch of different scenarios, and nobody is that concerned.
I need a sash
what
that
I
says
mean?
Miss Anxiety.
Yeah.
Is that what this one says on this side? No, I'm just kidding.
It says on the back.
Yeah, it's a real thing. And people deal, I mean, all different types of PTSD, especially in the military. I can't even imagine the emotional trauma that is stays with you throughout your life. But you know, that's it's a difficult thing. And HALT is there for you, you know, in all aspects. And, you know, we're just
Absolutely.
we're pushing this and we want to get the word out and we want people to be able to talk about it. Does it make you feel like when you talk about these issues, it's always so difficult, but don't you feel better when you talk about it?
I do. It's a bit nuanced for me because while I do feel better, I also have a fear.
Right.
And that fear is that even though this person doesn't have access to me, right, I am still afraid there's going to be a flying monkey that is going to report to that person and they're going to find a lie and spew it up and spin it a certain way. So anytime I bring up this person, there is still that fear. And then it's sad because this was someone I genuinely loved as a friend.
Right.
So also it feels like a betrayal in some sense, but they betrayed me first. So it's very difficult. And I wish it didn't have to be this way. And you know, it's difficult.
So I hate talking about my bullies.
Yeah.
I hate it. I don't even want to think about them. I don't want to, but what I was talking about was like us, like addressing, like we have anxiety. We are this.
You're talking about the mental part of it.
I hate talking about the negatives as far as other people, how kind of not all people are good people, but just speaking out about like, hey, I have anxiety.
Well, you are not your anxiety though. You're not.
You are not.
Like
so I was
not your OCD. You're
like
not your
better.
PTSD. So that has been empowering in its own right. When it comes to the bullying, it is difficult, but that is why Halt the Hate is pushing as much as we can, because the more that people come forward, the less difficult it is to start talking about your experience and start opening up about it. So there's so much good that can come from it. And it already has.
Right.
So if you are watching right now and you know anybody that's being bullied or you yourself are being bullied, I think you should definitely visit haltthehate.org and know that there are resources and there are people that will listen to you and help you.
And it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to.
So I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 41. Didn't
No
really
way.
talk about. I didn't really talk about my feelings growing up.
Right.
Or I didn't. It's like, I guess that stigma.
Yeah.
Talking about feelings and the mental health.
You know,
I think that's what now is just trying to break that stigma.
right. So there's this book that I'm reading. It's called Let Them. It's by Mel Robbins. And there's a chapter in the book that talks about raising children. And there's a good point, a page that she had just discussed about how a lot of kids are being raised and, you know, not letting your kids have their emotions, not letting them feel, telling them, oh, don't cry. You know, granted, if my kid is screaming nonstop, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't stand it. But, you know, there's a way of allowing little ones to feel and to explain, and don't tell them, oh,
because
you're wrong
their
for crying.
emotions
Let them
are
have their
valid to them.
right. And they're trying to figure themselves. They're all over the place. So allowing our younger generation to have feelings, have emotions, and not berating them for feeling that way. And as I think that transpires as we hit adulthood, because like you mentioned, we're sometimes afraid feel those feelings, to address those feelings. And that's another huge issue, whether if you're being bullied or you're the victim or you're the perpetrator, because
Right.
there's some feelings in there you haven't assessed, because it's something like your whole life you've been reprimanded for crying or being, you know, it's like being, you know, references being bad as a child, but to let your child feel and understand that it's okay and be understanding of why they're feeling, discuss it. So that kind of, it resonated with me. So I've been using that, you know, with my son, and I know every parenting technique is different and I have much respect, but I think that's kind of a common problem. Why adults now, why are they afraid to show their emotions? Why are they afraid to assess their feelings? And
See, and that's
sometimes
what
we just need a good
I just
cry.
have to add, I do love that about my generation. Gen Z, we wear our emotions on our sleeve. Now I know it bothers some people, but we've done a lot of change. And if we compare it to the silent generation, right? We're doing a lot of that heavy work and we're going through it. We're going through a lot. Remember, a lot of Gen Z was born as soon as 9/11 happened.
Right.
So we've been born into tragedy already.
Right.
We've gone through a lot. Gen Z has gone through a lot, and we kind of lift each other up, no matter your color, your
Right.
size, who you are, what you identify as, all these different spectrums, right? Gen Z kind of holds each other together, and we're that glue that I think is going to be
That's awesome.
perfect down the line. And I'm very proud to be in Gen Z. I 100% stand by that. And I know that may upset some people, but being
No.
Gen Z is so special to me because we are doing so much of the work that we weren't really supposed to be doing. We really weren't, but we're kind of picking up that torch. We're moving on. And I do have to add one thing though, when it comes to the bullying aspect, I know some people say, you know, karma will get them, blah, blah, blah. Now, karma has, right? But with my bully, and I just want to throw it out there, you know, we were both theater kids and he booked this lead role to play a guy who, it's a very popular musical, but I won't name it. But he plays a guy that was bullied. And
maybe that would be a revelation.
The irony of that stings. It stings. And I'm like, well, yes, he's talented, but also, does anybody know who this person really is behind closed doors? So there's
sometimes he's got to get into character to figure it out.
And it's crazy when you go through it, you don't wish anybody harm, especially because you
wish them
love that
happiness.
person. I really don't wish anything bad to happen to this person. And I'm just confused why it happened in the first place,
Listen,
right?
friend,
It's
happy
so
people
confusing.
don't hurt people, hurt people, hurt people.
Right.
That's always been my motto.
And that's
always.
what's so painful is I wish
That's
I could have helped him rather than it be the way that it was.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
Jerry, how do you handle your feelings?
Most of the time I just eat it down and go back to work.
He's like, I take a shot.
No, I stopped doing that. Well, I mean, I have my select few that I talk to.
Right. Good support system.
And I have to find the right person.
Right.
Like you said, you have to trust the people you trust. Will you pick a bad person every once in a while? Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course. There's
It
always
is
going to be a
what it
bad
is.
apple. Right?
Yeah. But like social, like what people put on social media is one view of them.
Yeah.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
What people most times don't see is what's going on behind the lens.
Which
we choose what to post, right?
Yeah. And that's something that I, as a content creator and as not just Miss United USA, but as Portland Tidwell, since day one have strived to do. I will never be anything if I'm not authentic.
Right.
So you are going to see every side of me. I'm going to open up. I'm going to give you updates on my life. I have a very loyal following. And I love that. And I appreciate that. People from all over the country that don't even know me that are saying, hey, we're praying for you and we're thinking of you. And, you know, I saw this and it reminded me of you. You know, I would much rather follow a creator that is honest, that shares their bad experiences, but then is also for the voice of those who are voiceless. And I know that sounds very pageanty, but as a content creator, I refuse to be boxed into this. Well, you look like this, so act like this.
You know what's crazy is like you can post, like for me, I recently made my social media public, but public or not, I post lots of family stuff. I love to brag about my family and my husband and my animals. Not that I post, but no matter how authentic you can be, there's always going to be people painting you in a picture or getting a completely different wrong impression of that you're this or you're that by your looks or about what you're posting. And I'm just like, what? It's of my kid and my husband. But
Yeah.
people they see what they want to see.
Yeah.
Or what they want to make up in their minds. And that's social media. But the crazy thing with, back to bullying and the psychological harm of it, we read comments and, as in our generation, both generations, they're hurtful. But like the person writing that, how must they feel to write such a nasty comment? How do they feel?
And take the time
And then
out
go
of
click on
day
their
to do
page and they
so.
look like they are the happiest people in the world, or maybe miserable. I don't know, but it's really it's all perception. How do we perceive this?
Like what Jerry
people on
said, I
social
think
media.
that's what makes it so difficult. Social media has created this new digital age of where you're only seeing one side of somebody.
Of course.
And what side do you want them to see? Right. There's
Right.
some
Yeah.
people that will post,
they make up sides.
yeah.
They're like, oh, she means
And now
this.
with
She's
with
crazy.
AI,
Like those people. Sorry to cut you
Yeah,
off.
no, you're
you're
good.
right.
But like those influencers who rent out those fake airplanes.
Yeah.
And they go take a
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah, they're to see like, oh, we're going to Ibiza. Like, and then it's just
And they're like,
a
wait.
mock-up. It's
They're
a
like,
mock-up on the
You
air.
don't own a private jet.
There's a green screen and
Yeah.
There's a green screen. That's amazing.
So you have those types of people who just want to.
And maybe they have a brand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Sure. Maybe they have a brand deal with backdrops.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's like,
It's all perception, but it's do your social media how you want to do it. Just be kind online.
Mhm.
That's a big thing. Be kind online, because somebody's going to read that and you don't know how it's going to affect
It's
them.
weird. It just
And
never occurred to me to look at somebody's video or post and just leave
Be
a
like-
negative comment. I don't know. I can't put myself in that mindset. And I'm not saying I'm a saint, because we all have judgments about people, right? That would be saying that I'm perfect and everything.
Right.
I'm not. So obviously I do judge. I'm not like Simon Cowell, but everyone judges, right? But I've never
Everyone
never
naturally judges.
understood how you could look at someone's post and be like, yeah, I'm going to leave this comment. Like, that never made sense to
People
me.
are
Even
very
growing
brave.
up in the world of social media, that never made sense to me.
No.
Like, what are you
I mean,
doing?
It's the courage, the keyboard courage,
Crazy.
the lengths they'll go through.
so I got one comment.
Yeah.
This is in regards to Derek when he said he's a military vet with PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
George, he's met a lot of people, military vets who got the GI Bill, so that way they can go through college and just
Get through the day.
get
Mhm.
through the day. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult, like I said, especially for people in the military.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes every day is a struggle, and a lot of
Yeah.
people are struggling, and they may not say it and they may not announce it, but
Or they're embarrassed to say it.
right,
You know,
because it's a hard
that
thing.
stigma we were talking
yeah,
about.
We have egos as an adult. Every
Mhm.
single one of us does, no matter what extent it is or how minor or how large it is. But, children, they don't have egos. So they can cry, they can tell us that, and hopefully they're able to speak up, and feel comfortable enough to talk to them, communicate with their parents. But as adults, well, why should I go tell this person about how I feel? Why? They're going to judge me. They're going to think I'm crazy. They're going to think,
Yeah.
but we're trying to get away from that. We're trying to, it's health and mental health. Like, talk
Mhm.
about it. And if you find your person, like Jerry, you have your people. You
Yeah.
said find your people. Don't hold it in, because when you hold it in, it can do a lot of crazy things to your inner
Yes.
self and change your heart. And
and
And-
kids know.
kids
Kids know.
know.
Kids have a great
And
intuition about that
kids-
That's
stuff.
the
Kids and animals always know.
Yeah.
right. And that's another thing I would probably tell myself. Your intuition is always right, because I always felt it as a kid and I listened to it. But there's been times where I didn't listen to my heart and listen to my intuition.
Well, it's just our
And
innate
it's-
ability to give people the benefit of the doubt.
sometimes
right?
we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
And I've been a victim of that. you
Yep.
know? I just assume everyone's just kind of like me, and they're like, hey, and they're just kind of chill and chillaxed, and they're not that type of person.
Right.
And then it bites me in the butt.
Well-
I haven't heard that phrase in forever. Chillax.
Chillax.
I used to be like, okay, you have my trust until you give me a reason not to trust you. No. It's people have to earn my trust.
Oops.
Trust should be given, not earned.
That was the ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Bertha?
Not Big Bertha.
I think with that, we are good.
But guys, yeah. So please follow, Halt the Hate. Get in touch with us if you have any suggestions on events or drives that you would like to, coordinate with
Yes.
Halt, you can contact us through social media. You can contact me through my social media or our website or Miss Portland. And we would love to hear your feedback and see, what do you recommend us doing? I mean, if you have any suggestions with support groups,
Mhm.
we're here to listen to it all.
Yeah.
So, but we're so happy you guys joined in.
Thank
and
you all for
chatted with
watching.
us.
And then the questions. Thank you for the questions. I
Yes.
love everybody that tuned in, that they were actually interacting with us. So thank you for that. So again, haltthehate.org if you have any suggestions, or you can hit Alexandra up on social media. She's got Instagram. She's got Facebook. I have Instagram. I have Facebook. Portland Tidwell. Portland, Oregon.
Right.
And then Tidwell, Tidwell. Then same for Instagram at Portland Tidwell. So if you have any suggestions or you just want to chime in, you're like, hey, I have a question for you because I was watching Training with Trudy the other day, then just go ahead and DM me. My DMs are always open. It may not be immediate since I'm a very busy girl. Same with Alexandra, but we will get back to you 100%. So thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to Alexandra and to Trudy, who couldn't be here today because she's doing her auntie business. But
I love
we
being an
appreciate
aunt.
it all. We love it and appreciate it.
Guys, if y'all have any ideas for sponsorships or any you want to get involved in that level, please let us know. If you're a business that wants to get involved or want us to go speak at your office, we are happy to. So,
Thank you, George.
Great show today, ladies.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Thank you, George.
Halt the hate, everybody. Hashtag trending with Trudy. We miss you, Trudy. Come back.
We will see you all next week.
Bye, guys.